Hi, welcome to episode 2 of our podcast. I'm Ben Clegg and I'm joined by
Andrew Soulsby.
And after the hugely successful podcast last week, we got 69 likes?
69 likes before it was removed from the site.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
now we've got 9.
Oh, well, yeah, 9. I'm still happy with me 9. But can I just say a short message in case anyone missed it?
Sure.
Well, I got an email from the original site I put it on. It was called Boom MP3. I'm sure that's a hit website, but I was hosted on there for the first episode. And it did happen to get so much traffic that they had to remove it from the site because their servers were going mental. So now we are on a brand new site and everything's going well. Hosted by Connor Anderson, and I'd like to give him a big thank you for having us with our stupid, inane conversations.
Yeah, well, thanks for that. And I've just got a text, I wasn't really listening to what you said, from Tom Hannon. Fancy coming to Italy in the summer with all the lads.
Well, I haven't got this text, so I don't think I've been invited. To be honest,
a little bit awkward.
It's a little bit awkward. I don't think he was hoping for me to be here. To be honest,
well, that's good timing anyway.
Yeah, see, Tom Hannon.
Right. Anyway, how are we going to set this out? Just the same as last week. Maybe 5 minutes between songs, so we don't have to double up.
Yeah, so we don't have to double up. People didn't like the doubling up, did they? No one's a big fan of doubling up. When you double up, it doesn't run as smooth. And if you're not a fan of the music, we've made it more broad. We've got some it's a jam-packed show, if you don't mind to say. Yeah. There's no jam in it, but jam the band or the food substance. But anyway, we've got some big hits like David Bowie, some Led Zeppelin, Elton John, Oasis, Coldplay. So if you weren't a fan of the music last week, hopefully you'll enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah, and we've got Killer's Track.
Yes, we've got Ben's new feature.
Just saying, I'm not sure if I mentioned it last week, but basically I leave the music up to Soulsby with the request of one Killer song each week, which I'd like to call Killer of the Week.
Killer of the Week. And this week we were going to call it Charles Manson's pick.
Well, I was considering looking in the newspaper, maybe picking out a murder story to open
of each week.
Yeah, but I thought maybe that would put a downer on the song.
Yeah, so we didn't, father murders children.
Yeah, father of 2.
And this song goes out to that murderer, father of 2 murdered. But anyway, regardless, I think we've set up a Facebook page rather. And so if people want comments read out, just send them to me, Andrew Soulsby. But we will get out a fan page sorted, but you can't be bothered. Fan page, that doesn't sound good, does it? I don't think we have fans. No. Well, actually, no, let's be honest. We've got tens of fans. We can tens of fans that tune in weekly. But yeah, we have our first few comments. We've got from Hugh Bex Thompson. Oi oi from Hugh. We've got Michael Colby, mentioned last week famously on the show. A mention from the big man. We've got Iona Smith, Padden Duncan. Hiya chicks from Iona. He. And then a comment saying lol. I think that went well, didn't it?
Yeah. Fans kind of sounds normal, but when it actually stands for fanatics.
Is that what fans showing from?
Stands for.
Well, we haven't even got 10 fanatics.
Fanatics suggest like they're at the door banging on the windows.
And they're finding out, wait, it's being broadcast live, everyone get down there. No, we've never given out an autograph. Have you ever given out an autograph?
No, never.
I've
signed a card before.
Ooh. Explain.
No, just for birthdays.
I don't think that's quite the same.
No, it's not exactly.
I've signed a birthday card, of course. Actually, I think I might have given out an autograph once. Not even joking. Someone said I looked like someone from Coronation Street. I don't watch Coronation Street. It might not even been Coronation Street now thinking about it. But and they were like, "Oh, can I have your autograph?" And I didn't have the heart to destroy their world by saying I'm not actually from Coronation Street. So, regardless, if anyone's got any messages, as I've said, just send them to Andrew Soulsby. We will get a fan page sorted, but just for this week. Anyway, our first song is by Radiohead. We tried not to repeat any of the artists from last week, but I'm absolutely in love with Radiohead at the minute. A very, very good alternative track. So we'll be playing just in a bit. But for now, we've returned to school, haven't we?
Yeah, we have returned to school. Just the start exams coming up.
Yeah.
It's a stressful time for some.
I have one exam, economics. But it's a joke subject, so I'm not taking it too seriously, to be honest. I've got the revision consists of reading a sheet of definitions. I haven't even done that.
Yeah, sounds like business studies last year. I've got maths and physics, which
not much work in there then.
Yeah.
Took the easy ones this one.
I know.
I have two subjects.
It couldn't have been RE or psychology.
No,
not the easy ones. Not maths and physics.
Yeah, that I would see. I took 2 subjects, RE. Possibly. Do you know why I took RE? Because I looked up subject with the highest pass rate, and it happened to be RE.
Really?
So hopefully, I should be able to sail that without doing any work. And economics, because each lesson is a joke, we learn nothing. And that was Just by Radiohead. Now, last week, Ben, you aired a grievance, if you will, about people who say literally when they really mean figuratively, and in the context of there's literally nothing on TV. Well, I've got a grievance I would like to air through this medium, if you don't mind.
Please share.
Well, people, specifically Facebook, but it can be via text. Again, it's understandable via text because, people can't type. Maybe they're typing quickly, or maybe they've got one of those old phones, and you can't be bothered to type out a full message. Mm-hmm. But more specifically, Facebook, you should write out your words properly. Like, why not say going to instead of gan? Or why? Actually, you're not even saving room by putting he with an e. With 3 instead of an E.
Yeah.
So what? There's literally no point. You're not saving time.
Yeah. Maybe it just means people have to decode your message a little bit.
It's really, it's not on. And I'm just saying right now, it better get stopped. Because if not, there will be hell to pay. Talking about to pays, if you went bald, Ben, little pun there. Well,
yeah, good.
If you went bald, right, would you wear toupee, or would you just keep it bald? Really,
keep it bald.
I would love to wear a wig. It'd be great.
Really?
Wait, I
don't know. I'd only wear a wig if absolutely no one knew it was a wig.
Why? Because people would be grabbing off your head.
Yeah, constantly.
I don't think they would.
All week, Ethan Noy kept going like, you can't see, like,
one of our
stroking
friends,
my face.
Why?
Which was, I don't know.
I used to do that to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember that?
Yeah.
When we first met, I used to go, wow. I like it was really, the descriptive term we used is facey.
Yeah, that's right, I remember that. Which, I don't know, it's just all day. I mean, at first it was annoying. By the end, it was still annoying.
So Ethan's been stroking your face inappropriately.
Yeah.
For days.
No, not days. It was yesterday.
Did my face touching ever annoy you?
I don't remember your face touching.
That well. Well, see, it couldn't have affected you that poorly. Well,
no.
I enjoyed touching a face. That's something I should bring back. Why don't I'm going to do it right now. No, I won't.
No,
I won't. No,
you're not. I suffered all of yesterday. I had one lesson yesterday, so that's a lot of hours just sitting in the common room doing nothing.
Yeah.
And a good majority of it.
Well, did he give any reason?
No, I think he was, but I was playing on a game on my phone.
So if he'd have listened, maybe he was touching your face to save you. Like, maybe he was
give me
feeling for
one
cancer. He was feeling for a tumorous lump.
Face cancer.
Several people a year die of face cancers.
No, they don't.
Well, some people might. Let's not make that sort of rash judgment right now. But if you've ever died of Facebookers right now, if you know of anyone who's died of face cancer. Yeah. Or if you've died of face cancer, why don't you send in a message?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a lot of them.
No, we're not going to get a lot of messages. Well, to be honest, I would have to post this as a status so they know that's the topic in discussion.
Oh, yeah. We haven't thought this out, have we?
We haven't thought this out. But regardless, I seem to think that it's working well. Now, Ben, I would say you're quite a connoisseur of fine things such as wine and art. You discussed the Mona Lisa last week in great detail, haven't you? Yeah?
I said I didn't like it, yeah.
Yeah, he said he didn't like it. One of the greatest art masterpieces of all time, and Ben didn't like it. He slammed the Mona Lisa. Well, I'd like to give your opinion on what you think of male teenager. Oh, someone asked me a question on Formspring. We may bring that up later. Anyway. But what are your opinions of teenage boys who drink red wine?
You.
Yeah.
Specifically. You're the only teenage boy I know that drinks red wine.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there. Mutual friend of ours. Again, I'm sorry for the name dropping, but just imagine there is another person, Adam Thompson.
Right.
He drinks red wine. Oh, actually, he might drink Woolsey, but that's regardless. He drinks wine.
Okay.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It gets you drunk.
Well, I can get it's because it's stronger than beer.
Yeah.
But less than spirits. I guess it's okay.
It's good middle ground.
It's just because it's known as like a cultural drink sort of thing.
Yeah. It's feminine, isn't it? It's a feminine drink.
I don't know about feminine.
Do you not think?
No, it's French men drink it.
Yeah,
which
is
quite feminine.
Yeah. French. Let's not bring them up again.
No,
let's try and do an entire episode without bringing up the French.
We'll try.
Well, I thought we've already done it, so we can't really do that.
Oh, maybe next week.
Oh, and we've got a new comment. This is exciting. I'm sure you're all excited. This is going to be a doozy. This is Ethan Noy. Why am I on the album cover of your podcast? Well, I tell you why, Ethan. Well, we needed a non-copyrighted image, and the picture that we're using currently as our podcast album is one of the funniest pictures I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
He's not Chinese, is Ethan Noy. If you've seen the podcast, you'll obviously have saw the album cover. He's not Chinese, but he looks so Chinese, it's not funny. Someone put one of those baskets on his head. Now, if he denies he's Chinese, it's just silly. And that pose as well, he couldn't look more Chinese.
No. I think that makes him Chinese.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Technically.
I think, I don't know much about the logistics of being Chinese, but I think one of them is that you do that pose with that basket on your head. Mm. Most Chinese people do wear baskets.
Yeah.
I think that's fact.
Yeah, there's, I think, over 1 billion people in the country. I think 82% of them wear baskets on their heads.
Yeah, and so there's over 1 billion people live in China.
Yeah.
Wow. I heard the fact that if you made a line of all the Chinese people in the world, like, I don't know how you do this, but if you did, you'd never get to the end of it because there's constantly people being born.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say about how if they all jumped, there'd be an earthquake.
Oh, I've heard that as well, actually. Yeah. But is that true, though? That's the thing. How could they work out the physics of that?
I don't know. And also, I don't really see how the whole world could shake.
No. It doesn't make much sense to me. You hear these stupid scientific facts that claim to know stuff. Well, I'm starting on science right now, right? Science, you don't know nothing. If you want your real answers, religion, that's the one. God did everything.
Well, that's a whole new topic. Let's talk about it, because we're late for a song, I think.
Oh, well, why don't we play a short little track by the White Stripes? Because one time I...
Before, but it bears repeating now.
Good, that was Fell in Love with a Girl by the White Stripes. Nice short song.
That was quite good song. What did you think? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it, yeah.
That was a good song.
Might listen to a few more of them.
Oh, well, I would recommend them highly. Seven Nation Army, obviously the most famous. Dun, dun. Anyway, throughout the break, we got a comment from another one of our adoring fanatics by Sam Berry Johnson saying, "I love you," and to put this in our show, which we have.
We have done that.
So
we make dreams come true, don't we?
We are the dream makers. that sort of sounds like something out of Willy Wonka.
Yeah, it does.
I think it is.
Yeah.
But regardless, Sam, hopefully this makes up for not getting in the party.
Yeah.
We discussed that last week. You can check it out on our site, www.podcasts.utras.com. If you want to go visit us there, you will be able to see this. So I don't quite know how we're advertising our own show on a website that if you don't know, you won't be able to watch it.
Yeah.
Regardless. Ben, I think you had
I did.
a topic to discuss.
Well, I heard a story, I don't know. If we were live, I'd ask people to call in and correct me, but I'll say what I know. Because my dad told me about this. Said it was on QI, right? This guy lived in Hiroshima, right? A suburb, I'm guessing. A nuclear bomb came down, a fat man or little boy or whatever, blew it up, and he survived. So he must have been on the outside.
Was he hurt?
No, he wasn't hurt.
Wow.
So the next day, obviously everything's destroyed. The next day he got on a train, went to Nagasaki. That got blew up.
Christ.
So I heard the story and I don't...
Surely the unluckiest man alive.
Yeah, apparently unluckiest man alive. But you must think, maybe they were aiming for him.
Who was he? Was he just a regular man. Yeah. And whenever they went like that, they went, we're aiming for him specifically. Yeah. And they missed him both times.
Yeah, but the thing is, he got on the train the next day, which I'm not sure. This is what makes me think I might be wrong. So first of all, how is the train line still going? After getting hit by a nuke. And second of all, how his whole family's dead and everything. He just thinks,
oh, I'll get on the train.
Last minute trains.
I'm not going to sit here and mourn. What I'm going to do is go straight to Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me? You're kidding me. But yeah, imagine how red his face was. Yeah. Are you actually
he
having
comes out the next door. Oh God! Yesterday was opens the door. Oh, for God's sake!
I bet he wasn't even like happy to be alive. He was just like, this is getting ridiculous now. I just I like that. And then he goes over to Russia later on in his life. He's working at a nuclear power plant because he's so used to the radiation.
But this time he's got like 3 arms.
Chernobyl happens. Oh, you are having a laugh.
Yeah.
He's Chinese. Was he Chinese?
Yeah.
Chinese man?
Japanese, isn't
Oh,
it?
so Japanese. Yeah, oh, yeah, it would have been Japanese. Right, okay, sorry to all
Unless
the
he was a
Chinese.
tourist. And
He's a tourist, yeah.
yeah, did I
But
say...
even more unlucky if
Yeah.
you're a tourist.
Did I say Chinese before? Yeah,
No, I think it's a Japanese.
Oh, I knew.
I was
That's
the one
just
that
a
was
little
wrong.
story. If
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If anyone has any factual
Yeah.
like disagreement,
Thing is, no one can hear this live, so maybe.
yeah, but
maybe
well,
next,
you can
next
comment on it. You can comment on it, correct us, have a go at us, say, "Oh, this show's garbage." Whatever. Why did I say
week.
garbage?
God, I don't know.
That is awful. I'm not American.
No, you're not.
If anything, I resent the Americans for beating us in the Civil War. Well, it wasn't a Civil War. It was a the war. What was that war?
I don't know.
Yeah, we did fight them at some point. I'm fairly sure. I don't think either of us have that into our history, but I'm fairly sure we fought America and lost at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we lose.
They're bigger than us.
Yeah, but they're not cleverer.
No.
I don't even think clever is a word.
Oh, well, we've got Mark.
Oh.
Showed. Pass on my regards.
So, Mark, we will pass on your regards.
This is us passing on our regards.
Right now, you will be able to hear us pass on our regards.
Yep.
But regardless, not
Oh,
funny.
you're full of these today, aren't you?
I'm not stopping. Regardless, we'll continue with that. Again, that was a message from our little fan page, or a fan page we'll set up. This is at the minute just on my personal account. So,
Oh, we haven't mentioned yet. This podcast will be on iTunes, won't it?
hopefully.
Yeah, we're going to have to take the songs out. Some of you might be pleased to hear that.
some of you might be
Yeah.
if
If you just like listening to us chat.
you just like the brilliant banter and the chat. But if you are a fan of the tunes, which I know a few of you were, a few, if anything, a lot more were not a fan of the tunes.
Resentful, if anything.
They were bitter. I think bitter is the word.
Yeah. Although we did have a lot of praise for my killers.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Yes, everyone seems to like Ben's little thing, Killer of the Week, which will be coming up incidentally. So if you didn't like
is
it,
that
stay
next?
tuned.
No, it's not next.
It's not next. Next we will have a little bit of Coldplay if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Coldplay?
Alright, I'm not a fanatic.
Everyone say they're depressing, but it seems like every band I like, everyone sees it depressing. The Smiths, everyone goes, "Oh, I can't listen to them. I want to slit my wrist." Why? What sort of?
Well,
how powerful?
You do end
of
up
an
drinking
emotion?
alone a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I wonder if that's sort of
It might be.
related.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, because normally
All the things that you do.
that was Yellow by Coldplay. We've got a few more comments throughout the music break. Next one was from David Thirlwell, who says to banter, and hopefully it's to our banter,
Yeah.
because hopefully this has been a banter-filled show so far.
I think it has.
And also we've got a comment from Tom Hannon. I think he's been previously mentioned.
I think so.
I hope so, because he's worth a mention.
He's worth a mention, yeah.
And he says, "I want royalties for that picture you're using as your album."
Okay,
Well-
Tom, well, you can have 50% of the £0 we've made so far.
And after that, you can get £0 when we're making millions, because you didn't copyright that photo, unfortunately.
Slammed.
So there you go. How'd you like me now? You can
No,
get
but it is a good picture.
if you want
Compliments for the picture.
whistle for them. That's all I've got to say. Well, regardless, I thought that was a good tune.
Well, it's not going to be anything compared to the next tune.
Oh.
Because it's the next tune is Killer of the Week.
Killer of the Week.
Which this side,
let's make a little jingle for that.
which I haven't-
Killer of the Week.
Maybe for next week we'll get a jingle.
We
Okay.
will sort out a little pre-recorded jingle.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be great. He's excited because I'm excited. I think I'm very excited. But regardless, yeah, we will surprise you with that little killer track.
Yeah.
And when we get towards the time for another track.
Yeah.
But as of yet, I would like to turn the subject onto the Norm quote of the week. That's right. It's time for everyone's favourite feature. Norm quote of the week.
I was thinking about this. It's probably a really bad idea. Norm quote of the week. No one's seen Cheers except us.
No,
Of our listeners, probably. No one understands it. You haven't even explained the context of Norm.
well, yes, I did. I said every week he comes in and he has his little chill
Oh yeah, into a bar.
into a bar.
Which is
He walks
Cheers.
into a bar. He goes, "Ow." Oh, see what I did? That walks into it. No,
Oh.
not funny.
Oh dear.
Is that not funny? Ben doesn't seem amused, nor is anyone listening. So let's go. I'm going to stick with the Norm quote. We'll stick it out. See if we'll get some feedback when we get some.
If one person watched Cheers because of Norm quote of the week,
Then
it would be worth it.
That would be so worth it. If one of our tens of listeners
Yeah.
was to tune in to Cheers
Yeah.
or download or buy. No, not download. That's illegal. We wouldn't recommend.
Never
you.
endorse that.
Never endorse illegally downloading music or Cheers episodes specifically.
Yeah.
So buy your Cheers or try and find it on TV. It's got to be bound to be
I
on
don't
it.
know why we're being so careful. No one official is going to listen to this.
They may do if it's going on iTunes. Oh,
Good point.
The guy Steve Jobs. He won't be liking it. He'll be going, did he just endorse it illegally downloading? And we'll be like, no, of course not, Steve. Steve's going to get in
We
touch.
know him, first name terms.
Yeah, first name terms.
Yeah.
I prefer Mr. Job. Shut up, Steve. If you're listening, Steve, we're calling you Steve, so get used to it.
Okay,
but we're
go on.
non-quote of the week. This comes from the very last episode of Cheers.
Sad episode this one.
Oh, very sad. Famous. It's got a great cast, and it's a great episode, and it's like saying goodbye. And it goes on for Frasier, as we mentioned last week. But I'd like to go with this quote. He goes, "You've got to find something you love, Sam." And Sam goes, "What do you love?" He goes, "You know what I love?" He goes, "Beer, Norm." He goes, "Yeah, I've got time for a quick one." See what you think there? See, I'll explain why this is funny. Because you think he's saying he loves beer, but actually he thinks he's being offered a beer and ends up getting a free beer out of it.
Oh,
He's a great guy.
you Norm.
Oh, no. Let's try and get him on. Let's try and get Norm on. The fictional character Norm.
What's his name? George Wendt.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
Wow, that is
his name.
impressive.
Thank you. Just while we're in the...
Oh. Did he? Oh, police!
siren.
Oh God, this is pirate radio. So.
Right, anyway, I was just going to say, last week I mentioned I'd like to learn how to play the piano. So if anyone does free piano lessons, let me know. I'd love to learn how to play the piano.
So now we're not only using this show to further our careers, failing miserably, of course. But now you're looking for free piano lessons. Think about the nutters.
Well,
who
I'm not paying for a piano lesson.
Why not? That's how people learn the piano.
No, it's not.
Well, how do they learn it?
Just sit down. Tom Hannon said he didn't learn.
Yeah, but Tom Hannon's a loser. He'll definitely be. No, I'm joking. He'll definitely be listening to this. And I did. So we did get a little spat when I forgot to mention him. When listing the people of my close friends, I forgot to mention Tom Hannon. He was very upset about that. So we'll make up with him saying you're not a loser, Tom Hannon.
Who I don't think is listening?
Who?
Richie.
Oh,
Said he wouldn't listen
because he has got better things to do with his time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Since he's not listening, may as well bring up this little story.
Yo, bring it up.
He's so hard, Richie. Lifting his weight, hit himself in the face with a weight.
He smashed himself in the face with a
he's got a scar in his face because he was lifting his weight, punched himself in the face.
Right. Not only is that idiotic, I'm not sure I believe him.
Why?
Because since when does he do weights?
I don't know.
Have you seen the kid? If he does listen to
He could
this,
slam as much as that.
he'll be doing more weights so he can beat us up. No, but Richie, the thing about Richie is he says he's got better things to do with his time. One, I don't think him specifically has anything better to do with his time. And two, I don't think anyone has anything better to do with his time than listen to this high quality level banter.
Yeah.
Especially when we've got Killer of the Week coming up right now. See, that was a good link.
This is what people tune in for.
This is
Killer of the Week.
Killer of the Week.
They heard When You Were Young. First song last week.
Oh.
And they just watched the whole thing because of that. And now they've tuned in for Killer of the Week.
So what's the song, Ben?
I'll tell you. It's another popular one just to get people in the mood. Maybe next week I'm going to do a slightly less popular one.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Less well known, I mean. Yeah. But this time it's Mr. Brightside.
From the album?
I don't know.
Hot Fuzz. It's from Hot Fuzz. Oh, see, I'm not even the big Killer fan, and I knew that. Last week I got Sam's Town mixed up with Hot Fuzz. This week I got Hot Fuzz.
Well
right.
done.
I knew if I keep saying Hot Fuzz for every song, eventually one of them will be right. And on the second episode, I was right. So,
should we play it?
Yeah, let's play it. A little bit of Mr. Brightside, as recommended by Ben. Killer of the Week.
Enjoy.
That was Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Again, this feature will run and run.
It will.
It will run and run, and I think it's the most popular thing we've ever done, as mentioned before.
If this gets cut, I'm out with you.
We will never cut this feature. That is a promise. I will declaration.
The day this gets cut is the day we leave.
Exactly. So when we run out of killer songs, I don't think there's any room for Ben and Soulsby left in the world. Right. Now, what did you do last night, Ben?
I watched a great film, Inception.
What did you think?
In fact, it's amazing. It was actually the second time I'd seen it.
Yeah.
It was really good. If for anyone who's stupid enough not to have seen it, it's...
or understand it. We'll go on to that later.
Yeah. After 2 times, you should definitely understand it. The ending is probably my favourite ending of any film.
Of any film? Yeah. Well, I've got some strong disagreeing with that. Yeah. I wouldn't even put it in my top 10.
Just the last, like, 20 seconds of it.
The fact that it's ambiguous, let's not spoil it to anyone who hasn't watched it. The fact it's ambiguous.
It's, for people who haven't seen it, it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him in much since the Titanic, to be honest. There was that one about him stealing stuff, wasn't there? On a heist or something, I don't know. But I hadn't seen him in much since then. Titanic was quite good, though.
Well, I love the film. I'd definitely say it is...
Which one?
Inception. I'm sure, yeah. I honestly do think Inception was the best film of last year. My one or two problems with the film was Leonardo DiCaprio played a hard guy, and at certain points in the film, he was intimidating people, throwing them about. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio looks about 12, and I honestly would not be scared.
Yeah, but to be fair, he had a gun.
Yeah, well, but there was a specific bit. Do you remember when he was throwing the guy about? And, like, he drops him on the mat, and, like, he's picking him up and shaking him about.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have a gun at that point, and the guy's, like, terrified, going, oh, and I'm thinking, right, okay, Leonardo DiCaprio comes towards me, I will slap him, right? Because he is a 4-year-old, basically. Do you know who I think would have played the role just as good? He can play the emotions, he can play a hard guy, Christian Bale.
Okay.
Christian Bale, Batman, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly do think he would have improved. He was my one gripe with the movie was DiCaprio playing a hard guy. My other gripe was, and this isn't the film's fault. It was it was a complex storyline, but the narrative was really, really simple. So even the stupidest people should have been able to understand it because it was very cohesive the way the story was told. It never made you assume things until perhaps an ambiguous ending.
Used a lot of clever words, huh?
Yeah, I know. If you didn't understand that movie, to be honest, I don't think you'll understand this sort of explanation of what I didn't like.
Yeah.
But honestly, there was people going, it didn't make any sense. It was a mind bad word, that mind F word, if you will. And it annoyed me. It annoyed me that someone couldn't understand a relatively simplistic plot, whatever. But yeah, but you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it, yeah. So what was it? Oh, Titanic as well.
Oh, Titanic.
I like that. When I first watched it, I was told that it was scary. It's not scary at all.
What?
Just the scary bit was supposed to be when there's like bodies floating in the water.
Yeah.
It's not scary.
No. If anything, it's funny. No.
Ash is dead.
Stupid bitch. We've mentioned we're allowed to say bitch on there before. We made that rule of thumb. Oh. Yeah. But regardless, Titanic, I think it's a really overrated movie. It's a special effects movie. The romance in it isn't that good. The acting isn't it?
You want to see something with a boat that rocked.
Oh, yeah, we haven't mentioned that before. No, that was I would say one of the best boat movies after Jaws.
Have you seen it? No.
I'm making an assumption. What we say?
Yeah. Watch it for next week.
Right. I trust Ben's film criticisms or perspective on film to the point where
Bill Nye's brilliant.
Bill Nye.
Never
heard what?
Bill Nye.
Oh, the actor.
Yeah. What do you think I was talking about?
I don't know.
A film called Bill
Nye. There will be a film called... Oh, this is good. Well, regardless, we did post it. We posted a question out to the mass public.
We did.
And the title was, what's your favourite song? Answer will be read out on air. So far, we've got 2 responses. It's first from Daniel Morel, FOD by Green Day. I haven't heard the song.
No, it's fine.
So that's the... And then also Mark Wittenstall, Morgenstern by Rammstein. Now, I don't know if any of those pronunciations are correct, but I will say we will listen to them at some point and give a little criticism next week, perhaps.
I'm not listening to them.
I will listen to and criticise them heavily.
Okay.
Just because it's Mark and Dan Morel's choices.
Yeah.
Mark and Dan, what are they like? No, we love them both. I think we can openly admit.
Yeah, moving on. What we got next? Life on Mars
by David Bowie.
Oh, good. That was Life on Mars by David Bowie. Also in the TV series Life on Mars.
A great show, if you don't mind me saying.
I really like this show. Have you watched it? I haven't watched them all, so I'm keeping the box set. It's it's one of those things that I watched the first few episodes. Went, this is fantastic. It's not a problem. This is fantastic, but I'm not really hooked to it yet. So I want to keep it. Yeah.
Maybe watch a few more. Hopefully, then I will get hooked. Mm-hmm. Then I'll enjoy it.
It's not a really good ending. That's not a very interesting thing to say on air. I don't want to ruin the ending.
So, Regardless, you tell me a story the other week.
Yeah.
Quite disturbing, but also
Okay, I'll tell you.
interesting.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's disturbing.
I was disturbed.
Maybe offensive for people and the guy involved. Anyway, this was when I was 9, something like that. 9. I was in a shop with Ryan Brennan, name drop. And there was this. I don't know. We were laughing at something. Probably we were 9. It was probably like a fart or something.
As you do
stupid,
when
yeah.
you're 9.
Yeah, I think actually it was ice cream or something. Anyway, there was this guy.
Laughing at ice cream.
Yeah, there was this guy. He had like really weird arms, like deformed arms, like tiny, and he thought we were laughing at me.
Why would he assume
I
that?
don't know. I think he must have came around the corner and thought we were laughing at him because we were laughing at that. Anyway, so this is the bit that doesn't really fit, right? As I remember it, he pushed me against the wall, and what he said was, "You laugh at me, I'll bite your fucking nose off," right?
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
strong language.
Yeah.
Go on.
It was a quote.
That was a quote, so we'll allow
Yeah.
him.
And anyway, but I don't really understand how he pushed me against
Against the wall with his little T-Rex.
Yeah, chicken arms.
Chicken arms. Oh, God. If anyone has chicken arms, post it on our wall and see how offended you are. But regardless, regardless, I don't...
That's a nice little story.
The thing about this story is, right, I've got a few problems with it. Right. First problem is I'm not sure if I believe the fact you weren't laughing at him. I think you probably were laughing at him.
We might have been laughing at him.
That's the thing. You've always told me that too. And I don't believe that you weren't laughing at him. It's very convenient that you were laughing.
I'm not lying, but as I remember it, we weren't, but we might have been.
Well, I would have been. And then the second part of the story, yeah, you can't remember how he pushed you up against the wall. I mean, unless
He might have like gone cut me off or something.
Yeah, we don't have to show it. Like we're on a radio.
Yeah.
Well, right. Well,
not
so you
a
might have
radio.
shouldered you into it. Well, yeah, okay, the podcast, same thing. Basically, we can't get on radio, so until
No.
we can.
Oh, it might be. We just haven't tried. I just don't want to go on radio. That's why
Yeah,
we're not
this
on radio.
this is a much better forum
yeah.
for discussion.
With our tens of
And
listeners.
tens. We've said it before.
If we could get 100 listeners, I'd be thrilled.
I would be so thrilled.
Because then we could say hundreds of listeners.
Yes, and that sounds so much better.
Yeah, hundreds of listeners is good.
Um,
Some of those midnight radio shows, they must only get hundreds of listeners.
probably less. Probably some of them will be on night, like local radio
Yeah.
at like 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Who listens to them at 12 o'clock at night? Murderers.
Killer
Killer of the week. Who are plotting their next, I don't know,
Yeah.
and drug addicts who can't get to sleep because they're so strung up on smack.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically we're happy not to have smack addicts and murderers as
Yeah,
listeners.
exactly.
Although we would welcome them if we did.
Yeah.
We've got some more favourite songs. Someone posted on my personal page, Andrew Soulsby. Like I say, we'll get a fan page set up, fan fanatic page set up. Tom Smith would recommend Maroon 5, She Will Be Loved, as his favourite song of all time. Michael Craggs, I'd like to think, somewhat ironically, at least I'm
there
hoping,
must be some sarcasm in there.
there must be. Justin Bieber, Oh Baby. Sam Johnston has posted it. It's got to be Californication by RHCP. Never heard that one either, or the Justin Bieber track, but the Maroon 5 one I can vouch for being a decent enough. Oh, and Daniel Gaines. It would be Daniel Gaines, the one everyone picked on, with his great sense of, well, not great sense of music particularly, but a absolutely great choice. Freebird by Leonard Skinner. What a track. You know what, at some point we will play a bit of Freebird. It's a 9-minute long song, so we won't play it all, but it is such a rock out tune.
Is that how you spell his name? With a load of Y's?
Oh.
No vowels?
No vowels. Leonard Skinner.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's not the brightest of matches in the matchbox, candles in the candlestick room, and many more failed analogies.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think we're doing well for time this week. I think we're having
Yeah.
made much mistake. I think
We're 51 minutes in, and 45 is halfway, obviously. It's an hour and a half thing. If you want to listen to don't want to listen to the music, get it on iTunes, and it's just an hour.
Yeah.
More or less.
more or less, I'll be around about 55 minutes or so, we hope.
Yeah.
And
That's
we
the
will
plan.
just have a recommendation for a song rather than playing it. And again, a recommendation, we're not saying go illegally download it, because Steve Jobs has murdered people before. Slanderous, but true.
Yeah.
Well, is it slanderous if it's true? Because I've got proof of this. And you know what, Steve? I'll release it if you so I'll leak this info.
Live blackmail.
Yeah, so put us on iTunes and give us money, or we will tell people about the murders. So it feels like the topic of the week has been murders.
Yeah.
And I think it's went quite well.
It has, yeah.
So talking about murders, I know that this song has nothing to do with murders. It's the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. That was the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. I quite love that track. Actually, I'm not going to say quite like. I'm going to say love, because Led Zeppelin are one of my favourite bands of all time. At least the top 10. At least the top 10.
Really?
Yeah, what did you think of it, Ben?
It was quite good. Yeah, I haven't heard many of these songs. I mentioned this last week. This is kind of like an education for me.
Yeah,
you listen to different songs to me, so and you're picking the playlist except for the Killers.
Yeah, but can I just say that it's not like sort of fascist. You did say, okay,
I just can't be bothered.
Yeah, I put a lot more work into this than Ben
I
does.
just come along. I have to walk here.
Yes, he does have to walk here, which is
That's a lot of effort.
that is, if anything,
It's
far
at
more
least
effort.
a 15-minute walk.
I have to get out of bed and then make a playlist,
Yeah,
which
I think it's an equal effort.
I think,
We put a lot into this show.
We put-
Years of planning have gone into it.
But so yeah, you have a very different taste of music, and I'd like to say that I have a refined taste of music. It's not broad. 90% of the people I don't think will appreciate my sort of music. This week I've went a little broader. Maybe I'll hit 70% of people might think it's okay.
Yeah.
No, well, if I'm lucky.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like an education, because I've not heard many of these.
So
To be honest, these are more songs than my dad would listen to. And a lot
Really?
of people's dads, well, maybe not these last week.
but last
a
week
lot more,
specifically, yeah.
The Smiths and...
They're the Doors. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this week though, I think I've went a little hip bar Led Zeppelin. Maybe your dad would listen to that.
Maybe.
But this week I've went hipper. You know, you've got White Stripes, Radiohead. I do 93. That's pretty new for me. When I was born.
Yeah.
And Coldplay. They're relatively popular, and Killers, obviously. I can't. I think I've hit the nail on the head this week.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
We'll see the feedback.
This'll be out in... It's currently 4:30. This will probably be out, what, 5:30? No, because we're not going to be finished.
By then,
Maybe 7 or...
Yeah, I would say
something
by
like that.
7, because we've got to
So we'll see what people think of it.
do all the technical stuff, the editing.
If they like it, we'll keep it the same. Otherwise, don't be afraid to insult it, and we can change it for next week.
Talking about music, this is the sort of music the dregs, if you don't mind us referring to our fans
Of course.
as that. Michael Craggs has said, actually, I've changed my mind. It's The Wanted, Heart Vacancy. Now, again, never heard of that song, so we aren't really...
Yeah.
No.
It looks like Tom Smith's agreeing with that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's not. No, he's saying The Wanted's best piece of work is definitely all-time low.
So, there's a little... We're starting a discussion.
Yeah.
See, this is
It's
the
getting
sort
heated
of...
debate here.
Heated. That seems heated.
Yeah.
Tom's response.
And then-
Michael's chickened out and not responded to that.
And Paul Thirlwell, Surfing Bird.
Surfing Bird. Again, I'm
What's-
hoping somewhat ironically, because it was the
Yeah.
Christmas number 3 through pure unadulterated irony.
Yeah, is that the Trashman, is it?
Trashman,
Yeah.
the Trashman Surfing Bird. Although I do like to say that I did buy it because,
Yeah, so
to be honest, I'm not a fan of X Factor, and I don't like the fact. Really?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, I just enjoy it. I like the judges more than the contestants. The contestants usually just come on, cry, and leave. And then, I'll vote for them. No, but Simon Cowell is one of my favourite celebrities.
Oh, no. See, can I just give us a brief judgment of each 4 judges, and you
Of
can
course.
disagree or agree. Right, my worst is Louis Walsh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Louis Walsh walks out like he's had a lobotomy. He sits there with his mouth half open, sort of squeezing out this retarded smile.
Yeah,
you
but-
see drool dripping down his chin, and he just goes, everyone was excellent. It's a shut up,
Yeah,
Louis.
but to be fair, he's basically a member of the public. No one knows who he is before
Nah.
X Factor. He's just happy to be there.
he's with his stupid little
Yeah.
mong grin that he squeezes out.
Fair enough.
And then, like, one to Simon Cowell, yeah, I do think he was good when he was really mean. When he played this persona out that everyone was just garbage. Everyone, this is all rubbish. Again,
Garbage.
What is going on with that? Right, I'll get that fixed by next week. I will no longer be saying
Technical
garbage.
difficulties.
In my mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but he's less nasty now, but he's still arrogant, and he's like, well, they were great because I picked them.
Yeah, I
quite
do
enjoy.
like arrogance. Arrogance is one of the most underrated qualities. I honestly think arrogance is not a negative quality for someone to have.
Yeah, well, you said the other day on the bus, cheapness.
Oh, cheapness. Oh, cheapness is the worst quality. People who say arrogance is bad, they haven't met cheapness. I mean, I'm not going to mention names, but specifically, some people will walk miles to avoid paying, what is it, 70p for a bus?
Yeah,
What
70p
miles?
bus fare.
Miles. It's just mental.
Probably buy a 50p bit of chocolate on the way as well.
Yeah, probably. So
It's
it's for 20p, really.
yeah.
Cut out the chocolate.
Yeah.
Don't walk, get the bus. We're all behind laziness. We don't want to encourage walking in any. Well, you walk.
I like walking.
Oh, it's really that is weird. I've never understood how someone can enjoy
Yeah,
walking.
well, the other day I walked from South Gosford home.
Why?
I don't know. I had my iPod. Without my iPod, I probably wouldn't.
But even still, iPod.
Still.
Nah, I'm against walking in all of its forms. Power walking, jogging, which I wouldn't say is really a form of walking, but
I don't like walking with other people.
why?
Because that's just no one walks at the same pace,
But yeah,
and
but-
so you're either slowing down, which is the worst,
yeah.
or you're speeding up, which is strenuous.
Strenuous.
Yeah.
Or, for example, there are many people you walk with that.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, you're an
straight ahead.
incredibly slow walker.
I'm not incredibly slow.
You're the slowest of anyone I've walked with
That can't be true.
who's our age.
I can't believe that.
Who we got? Thurwell, fast.
Yeah, one of our friends.
Craig Smith, fast.
He's too fast though.
I
He's too. You basically have to jog to keep up with Craig.
think he broke light speed last week.
Oh god, it's insane. But regardless, I'm not a fan of walking, and I'm not a particularly slow walker. No matter what Ben says, they are ridiculously fast walkers.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I can hold my own with people like Tom Lowther,
Okay.
another mutual friend, and hold my own with Ryan Brennan. Ryan Brennan's gets a little hot under the collar when he's trying to keep up with
To
it.
be kind, maybe the less athletic members of
Oh
our.
yeah, where's your running marathons?
Yeah.
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 What are you talking
Yeah.
about? You've never been good at any sport ever.
I'm good at skiing.
That's not a sport.
It's an
I'm good at
activity.
I'm good at table tennis. Right?
That's not an act. Well, it is an activity.
Exactly, of course
It's
it's
a
an
bad
activity.
activity.
It's why you judging.
It's what you do in a pub.
Yeah, well, or
Not even
or
a pub.
or
That's
like
cool.
or like a sports hall, or sort of like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's
but
something. Darts.
yeah,
I'm alright at darts, pool,
They're
chess.
They're not going to help you with walking though.
Well, neither skiing really.
It is. It's leg exercise.
Leg exercise.
It is. You've never been skiing.
No, I haven't. And you
Yeah,
know
you
what?
said-
One day I will. You say it's the best holiday you can go on, isn't it? Skiing?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I can imagine it being cold and you're wearing a skin tight lycra suit.
No, you're not.
You are.
I'm not in the Olympics. Or
Are you not?
No.
That's why I've been going
I
on.
dropped out this year.
You want to focus on his studies.
Yeah.
Which is also
Which isn't
a lie.
going well. I've got an exam tomorrow and I'm here recording this.
You've got an exam tomorrow,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yep. No, Monday.
Monday, yeah. Well, this isn't Sunday, no. But regard. Oh, Jim.
Oh, good.
It's about. I'm just gonna say, right. I don't like these exams coming up because, like I say, I'm putting in no effort. I'm looking to fail if anything. If I get anything higher than a U, I will be happy. But it's cutting into our going out time. Like I want to go out tonight, but no one wants to go because, like, we could hit the town, pick up a few chicks.
Just an usual Saturday night.
Just the usual Saturday night,
Yeah.
It's a Saturday night, I wanna paint the town red.
Yeah, to be fair, most people have got maths, physics, biology, chemistry, which is supposed to be the hardest chemistry, and you've got economics.
But even if I had the sciences, which I never would because I would never pick them,
Yeah.
I wouldn't revise. I would rather go out, pick up a hot babe, take her home.
I'm sure you'd rather do that. It wouldn't
Yeah.
happen though.
Which it wouldn't happen. I'm a Casanova.
Oh, yeah.
Like all those hundreds of times I've taken. Lest we forget the 50-year-old. Yeah, that's right. I picked up a 50-year-old. I was pretty proud of it. I didn't even pull her. She pulled me. If anything, I was walking by. I was showing
You're
my
a
moves,
catch.
dancing. I was a catch. Yeah, I was dancing a lot. Maybe this is related to me looking 40. That the 50-year-old targeted me because we were in a young club. She was the oldest in there by miles. So I'm dancing along, I'm strutting me stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And I just get pulled out of the blue, and I start dancing. She goes in, I go, you know, what's the worst that can happen? For the banter, FTB. My entire life can be cut down to FTB.
For the banter.
For the banter.
Okay.
Well, that was a good link, I'd like to say. So,
yeah. But I think it went on quite long, so maybe a double track.
After
just,
this.
Just
no,
the
yeah,
one.
I think after this we'll play double track.
So
this one, Walking in Memphis, and it was a recommendation by Tom Smith.
Okay.
So a little name drop. And enjoy, it's a great track.
Thank you, Tom.
That was Walking in Memphis. It was ironic. Just beforehand, we were talking about walking, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
And I'd just like to say thanks to Tom Smith for recommending that. That was a beautiful tune.
Yeah, we rely on people sending stuff in, don't we?
Yeah.
It makes us feel wanted.
Wanted and loved.
Speaking of the wanted.
Speaking of the wanted.
That was one of our suggestions. Let's hear a few more. We've got... Did we mention Paul Thirlwell Surfing Bird? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
And then the next one's Tom Hannon, Holland Boys, I'm Gay.
We like.
I don't know if that's him.
I don't know if that's the track or him coming out or if it was a little bit of cheeky banter. Yeah. Or
he's a character in it.
And then Michael again. The debate rages. He puts, I guess, Tom, but it thought if I picked a slightly more obscure song, it would make me look cooler because I would be seen as more mature and individual, which it does. Because I'd never heard of it.
No, I'd never heard of it either.
So.
David Enrique
Manuel Thirlwell, some made up name.
Yeah, Sticks and Stones, Jamie T.
Jamie T's an interesting one.
And then everyone makes fun of him with language I won't be repeating on it.
Jamie T, what a bad word. That bad word just talks quickly with a London accent. And I couldn't agree more. No, I'm joking. Jamie T's a good guy.
Tom Hannon continues the theme of taking the piss out of Thirlwell. You would like Sticks and Stones,
wouldn't you, Thirlwell? Dot. So that's just hate-filled.
Yeah.
We started a war that no one likes.
Carl Gibson's commented.
Oh, he's got an Eminem stan.
Thanks, Carl.
We'd like to throw out a massive thank you to Carl Gibson because all the years of ridicule and fun we had of ridiculing him pays off. Because now, maybe
Carl's
next
just
week...
one of those names, isn't it? It just seems... I don't know, it's along with Keith. It just seems
Carl.
such a simpleton name.
Yeah, Carl is a retard. You hear
Stan. What else?
Many
Dave.
More. Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave. Yeah, but I think Keith's a big one.
Yeah, Keith is the big
If you're named Keith, there's no way you have an intelligent... No. If your name's Keith, write in. But regardless, the war continues. David Thirlwell comments back saying, "What does that mean, Tom? Oh, this is getting heated. We want to bring the community together, but
we're breaking them apart.
If anything, we're breaking them apart." But again, Eminem Stan was the last request, and you know what? For Carl, next week I'm going to make the declaration right now. We're going to play Stan by Eminem.
Thanks, Carl.
Thanks, Carl.
That's Carl Gibson, by the way. The famous quote of, "It's your world and we live in it."
That's the most poignant and touching thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
The funny thing about that, it's not like off the top of his head.
He spent ages thinking of it.
Because at the beginning of the conversation he said it, I chatted for him for a while, and then he said it again. It's
like he thought
was
it
thinking
through.
About it, yeah.
And so surely if you think something like that idiotic through, you realise it didn't make any sense
Maybe
at all.
At some point before we die we'll find out what that meant. Maybe on our deathbed.
He will explain.
Our deathbed.
Oh,
like
we will die together. Which is shameful for you because I'm going to go a lot earlier.
Yeah, a lot earlier. I'd hope.
A lot. You'd hope. You'd hope.
No, I'd hope.
You don't want to live through the death of one of your closest friends, surely not.
Yeah, but
I hope
I look after myself.
Why?
You're killing yourself. What do you mean, why?
Why do you look after yourself?
So I don't die.
At what age? What age do you want to live to?
90.
Right, after 60, nothing good happens to you.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
You
no
get
one
a letter
has.
from the Queen if you live to 100.
You said you want to live to 90. You'd be 10 years short. It'd be a massive failure. Imagine, I've made it 90, 10 more. Right, 90. After you're 60, nothing good happens to you. And I think even the last 10 years linger about 50.
I'd
be happy if
I'd be alright.
Yeah, if I was married, but I don't see that happening, to be honest.
Well,
we've looked through my past relationships.
Maybe
I'm only 17, but
maybe if you live past 30, then you might get married.
I'm going to get married at 30, am I? I'm going to live to 30 regardless, or past 30. I'm going to live to 40 minimum, unless the heroin
Shut up about that.
People need to know.
Yeah.
No, but I really do think I'll live to 40 easy. Or 50. I think at 50,
You
right?
reckon?
If I die at 50, fine.
Yeah.
Right? I make this another declaration. So many declarations. The term word of the week.
Can you imagine how much wiser I'll be when I die than you? You'll be 50. And I'll be 90.
Wait, okay, wiser, but I'll hopefully... Oh, great quote.
Go on.
The brightest stars burn the quickest. Which basically means I'll have lived a quick, great life in 50 years, and you a dull life for 90 years.
Yeah, but I don't think you can apply that literally to people.
I think you can.
Like, every 100-year-old in the world is a dull person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never met an interesting 100-year-old, and I don't think you have. So, it's about time to play a double feature.
If I live longer,
Ooh.
I might be able to go into space.
Oh! Maybe you'll be a Rocket Man by Elton John.
I was waiting for you to pick up on that link.
It took us a while.
Yeah,
But here it is.
Packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
Oh, sorry, we're recording. Sorry, I was a world away. I was half a world away by Oasis.
These puns are shameful.
No, they're hurt physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Physically, I don't know how.
No. Well, maybe if you wanted to slit your wrists because of it.
Yeah, well, they are that bad.
Yeah.
Which is ironic, because we're supposed to be bringing joy when all we are doing is bringing.
That's our mission.
Pain.
To bring joy.
Do you know what's quite a popular thing? Those little jokes about
Oh, Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. That's the man.
Well, what form would you like them in? Because I know you're partial to an Adam Hedden joke.
Well, should we explain?
Go on then.
Well, there's a guy we know, Adam Hedden, who is very similar in many ways to Chuck Norris. Build, legendary status, and on several occasions he has punched a shark.
Yeah.
So
That was his brother, to be fair.
oh, it was his brother, because that would be ridiculous if he actually punched a shark.
Yeah.
Oh, we should bring that up next episode. Next episode we will have an Adam Hedden special of all the tales he has told us.
Well, a few.
Well,
We'd be here forever.
That will be here forever. It will be. Well,
maybe,
there's not
maybe
enough.
a couple. Now, anyway, I've got some Chuck Norris jokes here. Which form would you like?
I think we'll stick with Adam Hedden because it'll give a nice intro to next week's Adam Hedden edition.
Sure. Okay, let's see. Well, we wrote our own, but I'll leave that one till last.
Yeah.
Okay. All men are created equal. Equally inferior to Adam Hedden.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. We've got Adam Hedden doesn't breathe. He holds air hostage.
I've seen him do it.
I like that one.
That's a great one.
Adam Hedden can set ants on fire with a magnifying glass at night.
Ooh, you'd think that'd be impossible, but
Yeah.
again. And last but not least,
Okay.
we really co-wrote
Yeah.
our own. This is honest truth. We can look this up. We did not steal this from anywhere. We
Yeah.
co-wrote this. Do you want to read it?
You can say your bit at the end.
Okay.
Okay. Adam Hedden survived. No. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Why? Adam.
I
Yeah,
said it
that's right.
Here we go.
That was right.
Take two.
Okay, take two.
Adam Hedden survived an abortion.
The doctor didn't. That was brilliant.
It was brilliant.
I think that's the most poignant we're ever going to get on this show. What? How is that poignant? In no way is that poignant. And we take that last bit back. But regardless, I think...
Can't believe I said that wrong at the beginning.
I don't think you did say it wrong.
Yeah,
I think you've been self-conscious.
I cut it out anyway, didn't I?
Yeah, you cut it out. But what? Do you want to cut it out?
I don't
No, we'll leave it in because then it makes it feel more organic. Like we're not pristine and like, you know, everything's smooth. We like to have a little bit of mistakes and a little bit of mistakes in this show.
It helps us learn.
So it helped us learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the show?
I was very pleased with it.
I think it went quite well. I'm not sure if it was as good as episode 1. You be the judge.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have the episode 1 we were learning the ropes. There were a few.
I think we're a lot more calm now.
Yeah, a lot more calm. I don't know if that makes it less funny. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. Guess
That's for the fans.
That's for the 10 fanatics who are on there to decide. Well, this should be up lately because it's about time for one more track. Maybe a little goodbye at the end. Yeah. So here's a bit of Rainbow.
That was Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow, and that's almost it from us.
Yeah, I think, you know what, all round, you know what we haven't done?
What?
And we're squeezing in the last 10 seconds of the show. Well, whatever.
What?
High five of the week.
Oh, here we go.
So let's end the show, right?
Ready?
Oh, Oh,
Nice.
high five of the week. It's been a great honour. I think we've had some lovely times. We've
It's
had some
our
not so lovely
pleasure
times.
to try and entertain you.
We
I
tried
don't
to.
know if
We've
I don't know if
failed.
we've succeeded or not, but
I'd like to think we failed.
well, I hope we succeed because for a lot of people,
This is the only
highlight
thing
of
that
their
they've
week.
got in their life.
I know.
We
They
are two
hang on to
voices.
this. Yeah.
We're the only company they have.
Yeah.
They just sit with it on loop. So in the last 10 seconds, I'd like to sign out.
Yeah, we're the light in their otherwise miserable life.
I'm not cheerful. Not cheerful. Well, this has been Andrew Soulsby and with
Ben Clegg.
and would like to say good night and good luck.